Many people assume that if they don't have legal insurance that covers labor law, they cannot do anything in a layoff. They cannot take any legal action in Germany. And that's not true. If you've received a termination and you haven't signed anything yet, you're in a way stronger position than you think. You have 3 weeks from receiving that termination to take legal action. So don't sit on it. Many labor law firms in Germany work on a success fee basis. That means that they only get paid if they win something for you above of what you've been offered already. Some lawyers, they charge hourly. Either way, you have options that don't require an insurance policy. And in most cases, it doesn't even go far. So a lawyer can send one email and maybe join one call with a company, and the company will quietly raise their settlement offer. So you sign, you leave, done. That's the most common outcome. If you, however, want to go further, there is the Kündigungsschutzklage, so-called unfair dismissal claim. And court costs and lawyer costs are quite high. The court costs alone will be around 500 euros, depending on the federal land where you are, and it is paid by whoever loses. So you need to really be careful if you want to go to court and you don't have an insurance. So this is how it works. Companies who run sloppy mass layoffs and they have sloppy paperwork, they don't look at social plans, there are more of them than you think, they will offer just settle high rather than risk a judge looking at what they've done there. And it's different if you work at a big company. Big companies, they have strong legal teams, and there is just a higher chance that they are more professional about this, meaning they are less scared to go to court because they've run the proper process. They have laid off people based according to the social plan and all of that. Think carefully. And my honest take here, if the termination smells wrong, feels wrong, get a lawyer on the phone before you decide anything. The initial consultations are free. You don't have to go far, but you should at least find out if the company is exposed before you walk away quietly. And most people leave a lot of money on the table because they assume they had zero leverage because they haven't been paying into this labor law insurance. But you do have more than you know. I have to point out one very important thing, though. So if you don't have labor law insurance in Germany, it is quite easy to get a higher settlement and don't go to court. If you don't have an insurance, tough. You might lose and you might need to pay a huge amount of money. But if you go to court and the judge finds that the company did in fact dismiss you wrongfully, problem with that is that they might keep you. So in my personal experience, it happened to one person. She fought back and she got to stay, but then it's company's way of saying she's not welcome and they just waiting for her to quit. They just put her in a very random position in a very random team. So in a way, you win, but then you also lose because you stay at the company that doesn't want to have you anyway. And they might put you in a very random team, and then you have to quit anyway. And quitting most likely meets the block of your unemployment benefits and all of that. So honestly, don't go that far if you really don't want to keep the job. It's the only thing I want to say. I've seen people who just went all the way to the warpath and I just couldn't get it. There's like, get a higher settlement and leave. That's enough. Like, you hate it here anyway. Thank you for watching. I have tons more, by the way. I'm gonna try and do the smart thing. like link my playlist, drop some links. I also consult on this.